That play had no chance of working, Pam. They flared the back out to the right flat. No intermediate routes coming underneath. It just frees up the linebackers and the secondary to converge on the running back.
Morello, a second-year starter, 6'1", 205, and head coach Rich Rodriguez says pound for pound he might be the strongest guy on his team. That was a 6-yard loss. So it's 3rd and 16, a sold-out crowd of 60,000 people in Morgantown, most of them on their feet. The only people not on their feet, the Maryland fans. Time for Statham, over the middle, and that's a huge reception. The only question is, was Derek Fenner stretched far enough to get the first down? But you figure even if he's a little short, Maryland's got to go for it.
What a big-time throw and catch by Joel Statham. Stood in the pocket, actually looked the receiver off to the left side, came back to the right side.
And they are going to measure. Fenner coming off a career high with 4 catches and 70 yards and a touchdown last week against Temple. And they are short.
As we just saw Joel Statham, we'll look over here to the left side, freezing the linebackers underneath, comes back side to Fenner. Just a dig route, a 15-yard across the middle route. He holds a free safety in the middle field. Good completion.
All right, so that's a 15-yard gain, longest of the day for Maryland. But they're about 3 or 4 inches short of the first down. They're going for it. Sammy Maldonado with Maurice Smith, the fullback, in front of him. Statham keeps it, as you might expect, and it appears from here at least that Statham got enough of a push from his offensive line.
Just amazes me, Pam, that these side judges can come in and try to spot the ball in a scrum like that. It's just a quarterback keeper, just gets behind the big center, and Schmidt.
You got it. They're not even going to measure for it. First down, Maryland. Coming up, ABC's College Football is back. Great regional games today at 3:30 Eastern Time. Many of you will see Oregon take on number 2 Oklahoma, or else number 7 Ohio State and NC State. Those of you on the West Coast at 4 Pacific Time get to see a Pac-10 UCLA battle against Washington. Check local listings for the games, or the game in your area on ABC Sports. 1st and 10 for the Terps from the 30. Maldonado, nope, Statham keeps it and then pitches it. The ball's on the ground, and Maryland gives it away again. A disastrous day for the Maryland offense as Jason Hardy jumped on it.
They had success with this play in the previous drive here. The quarterback comes out. We get a chance to view this replay.
So Maryland on a good-looking drive, but then the fumble on the pitch.
Yeah, Joel Statham just inside belly option. I thought the pitch was pretty nice, but the receiver saw the defender coming. He kind of got those alligator arms.
It was Drew Weatherly, the receiver, who was unable to hold on to the pitch, and deep in West Virginia territory. Now West Virginia gets it back. Marshall, a lot of shake, but nothing to show for it as David Holloway makes the stop. This is Joel Statham's first start on the road, and the turnover is now 5 for Maryland. A couple of fumbles lost and also 3 interceptions. Do you think maybe the offense, at least in that play, was a little bit too ambitious for a guy who seems to be a little jittery?
I think he just got to protect the football. I mean, he had a choice of either pitching or keeping it, and he pitched it, and that's where he had to fumble.
And as you said, Weatherly was certainly culpable in that play. 2nd and 10. Maryland down by 7, just gave the ball back for the 5th time. Harris, over 100 yards on the day, only gets a couple on that carry before Sean Merriman makes the stop. Maryland has won the last 4 games in this series by a staggering 155-51. Beat them twice last year, and now West Virginia up 10-3. Maryland losing a lot of seniors from last year, including Scott McBrien. who played like Superman whenever he played here at West Virginia, transferred to Maryland, and just crushed this team.
I'm sure they wish they could buy back some of those points to put in the scoreboard today.
Too bad you can't bank them. Bryan threw for 768 yards in 3 games against his old team. And Marshall that time goes down. Deepwell Jackson once again well into double digits in tackles, able to pursue this shifty Marshall. So a good stop there by the Maryland defense, as the offense will get an opportunity to get the ball back after the fumble.
Yeah, Coach Blackney loves these linebackers. Deepwell Jackson, David Holloway, William Kershaw. When they get out in space against Rasheed Marshall, they just break down. They just lower their center of gravity, let him make all his moves, and just attack him when he gets close to you.
So Phil Brady in now for his third punt. He had a 34-yarder and a 32-yarder. So both of them were effective directional punts. This time, Suter, he's not even kicking close to him. He kicked it almost into the crowd. Wow. So Brady wanting an angle, but I don't think quite that bad of an angle.
That's how much they respect Suter back there.
It's only 22 yards because he kicked it out of bounds so forcefully. So they don't kick it to Suter, but what they do is give Maryland good field position there on the 43 of West Virginia. Some of the fans out in the parking lot at that satellite dish, able to watch a lot of stuff. Not just our game, but across the country. Great tailgating here at Morgantown, but they're not liking what they're seeing. 5 Maryland turnovers, leading only 7 points. Josh Allen breaking free for a big first down gain. Jamal Adai making the stop, but well downfield.
So you talk about momentums, Pam. You talk about guys taking advantage of missed opportunities. This Maryland team right now, if they could drive it and put it in the end zone, it's going to turn this whole game around.
Josh Allen.
West Virginia's had every opportunity in the world to put this game out of reach.
Though 5 turnovers, leading to only 7 points. They got a field goal earlier in this half, but that was just on a straight possession. 1st and 10 for the Terps on the 28. Back to Allen, tries the right side, and only gets about a yard as we head you back to Matt Weiner.
All right, Pam, check in on Ann Arbor. San Diego State with a lead at Michigan, 21-17, but not for long. Chad Henne, Braylon Edwards, now #1 on the career receptions list at Michigan. His team now leads by 3.
Boy, Matt, that is saying something. When Braylon Edwards, #1 in career receptions at Michigan, they've had some fabulous receivers over the seasons.
I've seen a lot of those Wolverines in the end zone in Ohio Stadium. I didn't want to see too many of those guys.
2nd and 9 for Maryland. Statham zips it. And it's incomplete. Threw it just a little bit behind JoJo Walker, who then got a licking. Statham with a lot of mustard on that one.
He threw it high here because he really didn't get his feet set. He kind of rushed the throw. The ball gets away from him a little bit. Another missed opportunity for West Virginia.
There's a die coming in and laying the wood there on Walker. Maryland offense known for its parity over the past few seasons, but the passing yards way down today in relation to the rushing, in part because Joel Statham has been under pressure and has not responded well to it. Maryland just 1 for 5 on 3rd down today. This is a 3rd and 9. Statham going up into the corner of the end zone. A leaping catch for the touchdown. Derek Fenner with a terrific reception, and Maryland is in the end zone.
Well, if you hang around long enough, some good things will happen for you. West Virginia's given Maryland every opportunity to stay in this ball game. And Joel Statham, he got single coverage on the outside. Just throws it up there, catches its highest point. Derek Fenner out jumps Adam Jones.
Yeah, finally the Pac-Man gets beaten. Nick Novak in to try to tie up this game. Maryland has 5 turnovers in a tie game. Wow. So Statham throwing it up there, and Fenner making a terrific catch. Fenner not very highly recruited out of high school, and Statham finally has something to celebrate, a tie ball game in Morgantown. Bill Statham has thrown his 3rd career and 3rd touchdown of this season as he found Derek Fenner here for 27 yards.
Yeah, you throw it out to the outside, you get a chance there's only one guy that can give you problems there. That's Jones. Fenner goes up, catches the highest point. Joe Statham, nice job just getting it out there. There's less defenders on the outside. That's why your higher chance of completion are greater on the outside.
Remember, that whole thing was set up because of a poor punt. They were trying to kick away from Steve Suter, and it was a terrible punt. Maryland got great field position and capitalized. We're tied up. Pac-Man, who was beaten on that touchdown, trying to redeem himself. Oh, good tackle as he is knocked down at the 26. Let's go down to Dave Ryan.
Pam, Maryland coach Ralph Region has large speakers set up on the field where the Terps have their indoor practice facility. This past week, especially Thursday, where the Maryland coaches simulate live game conditions, the fake crowd noise was really cranked up to give Joel Statham, the quarterback, an idea of what it would be like to try to call audibles and convert on a huge third down like he just did on that long touchdown pass. Guys, I was right on the Maryland bench. What an explosion for them, and quieting this huge crowd for Statham. It was very difficult to hear. He focused his emotions very well there.
Certainly, Dave, that was something that young man needed, and you're right, it quieted down these 60,000 folks. And KJ Harris on the carry. Another flag, perhaps too many men again.
Yeah, there are communication problems on personnel alignments and substitutions, but you shouldn't have that coming right off a kickoff.
Second time the Maryland defense has had too many men on the field this afternoon for Coach Gary Blackney, the defensive coordinator in the red shirt. Done a terrific job. Been over here for all 4 of Ralph Region's head coaching years at Maryland.
Pam, if I'm Rich Rodriguez here, we'll go to the call.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 5 yards, still first down.
So that makes it just a 1st and 5 with the momentum swinging towards Maryland. Fairly big penalty there as KJ Harris was stopped for hardly any gain.
Like I said, if I'm Rich Rodriguez, I'm going to go ahead and pound KJ Harris and maybe go to a short passing game to try to get Henry involved and, be more methodical going down the field instead of trying to make big plays.
KJ Harris, 25 carries for 107 yards and a touchdown. And they are giving it to Harris as he is stopped just short of the first down marker by Chris Kelly. Here's Matt Weiner.
Pam, TCU unbeaten, and Texas Tech lighten it up in Lubbock. 8 seconds to go in the half. Sonny Cumbie to Bristol Olamua. Just before halftime, that ties it up. They go into the locker tied at 21.
Texas Tech loves to put that football in the air down there. Wow. No matter what quarterback they have back there running that offense, it seems to click as we have hit the 30-second mark left in the third quarter, a very quick third quarter, in which Maryland has scored the only points. Derek Fenner, a 27-yard touchdown pass from Joel Statham to tie it up. And on 3rd and short, the Maryland defense comes up big. Conrad Bolston among those enveloping KJ Harris.
Okay, the battle's being won at the line of scrimmage right now for Maryland. These Terps are coming off the ball, putting 8 guys up there and just defeating their one-on-one opponent.
That was on 2nd down as the third quarter comes to an end. Maryland has tied this game up at 10 apiece, even though they have 5 turnovers.